Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Akhanda Mandalakaram, Vyaptam Yena Characharam, Tatpadam Darshitam Yena, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Hari Om. Today's subject is positive thinking. Now, what is positive thinking according to you? One has to drink a liquor and that makes you feel good. So, is that thought positive? It makes you happy. Or maybe a thought of smoke, a thought of smoking.
I haven't tried, so whether it makes me happy or not, I don't know.
A thought of smoking, which makes you happy. So, is that thought positive thought?
No.
Why not?
It's
makes you
harmful to the body.
It's harmful to the body, but it makes you happy.
No, but it should be a good thing happening. Like if you want to harm somebody, for you, positive thinking can be when you successfully harm, but that's not positive thinking.
What is your opinion?
The thing which makes me happy may be positive to someone and may be negative to someone.
So if you feel like smoking, it is positive to you, it is negative for others, so it is a positive thought.
Maybe I don't.
Okay. We're just sharing the views. Sir, what do you think?
The thing which is in our favor, I think so that is positive for me. It is not in my favor.
So can we say that thought which is selfish
Not selfish.
is positive
favorable.
thought?
Favorable.
Favorable to you.
But that means my liking,
Yes.
which is my liking and I have got it. That is good for me.
Suppose if it is good for me, maybe it is harmful to others, then it won't be a positive.
Means something,
Which is positive, which is of use,
a
helps in
friendly,
expanding.
a friendly thought which is friendly to everybody, every cell, every atom, it is a positive thought. And something which is not friendly, it's a negative thought. Not friendly to anybody, not friendly to you also. Or maybe at the moment you may feel that it's a friendly to you, but actually it is not friendly, it is harming you in some or the other way, it's a negative thought. Can you give one example of a negative thought? One example of a negative thought.
Thinking ill of others.
Thinking ill of other. Okay. Thinking ill of other, yes.
Thinking bad of my competitor.
Thinking bad of your competitor.
Wanting that the competitor should lose. That's negative.
But if there is a competition, one has to win, one has to lose. They can't be same. So, is it positive or is it negative?
So when I say I want to win, I will win as positive. When I say you will lose, that is negative.
No.
So the result is same in both.
Because without me losing, you cannot win. If we are competitors, one has to lose. And as we discussed last time, that you have to be thankful to the person who made you win. Because of a positive thinker. Does a positive thinker will not have a negative thought?
You just look at them and not act upon them, as she said.
Yeah. Because if you suppress them, they are going to come up again because they are part of you. Only thing, the positive thinker won't dwell, he will have negative thoughts, but he won't dwell on negative thoughts, he will dwell on the positive thoughts. He will stay on the positive thoughts, he will act positively, and he will learn from his negativity that this is what I am not doing and this is my lesson, and he will use that negative thoughts as a teacher, as a training, and he will start working upon his negative thoughts, because he has recognized, the positive thinker will recognize his negative thoughts, because he recognizes, yes, I have a negative thought, and then he works on it to make it more positive. So he uses that negativity to convert it into a positivity, because that's an opportunity for him.
To see the difference.
Yeah, for him negativity is opportunity. If suppose I'm into a business where I feel that okay, I'm losing over here. Now what I'll do? I'll see to it that where I'm losing, how do I make it a positive way of maybe I may not lose completely, but still I'll have my chart, my benefits, and plus I will not harm anybody, and he won't dwell on that, and he will proceed. He is ready to move. He is always moving ahead, a positive thinker.
It is not positive and negative, two sides of the same coin.
They are same, because
So the one who
if you
recognizes negative thought, he just needs to flip the coin.
yeah, because if you are a positive thinker only when you have a negative thought, otherwise you cannot be a positive
It's compared
thinker.
to something.
Yeah, it is compared to
Positive, there is
something.
no positive.
As a-
It's in relation to the negative is positive.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
otherwise there
computer.
is no negative and positive,
Otherwise
because
not
both are
neutral.
thoughts. One is friendly thought, one is not friendly thought. That's a basic difference. One is friendly, which is helping you to keep your mood in a very beautiful way, and you become more friendly to the surrounding and the place you are in. So that is very important. You being very positive and very affirmative. Will a positive thinker will always have a best results.
According to this book, The Secret, like if you have positive thoughts and keep on repeating the same positive approach to whatever you want, then you will have success.
But what do you call success?
Achieving what you are aiming for.
So if you achieve something, looking for something, like you're looking for a Mercedes car or a big car, and you receive that, that's a success.
For the person.
Thus success is always positive.
Right?
Thus success is always positive.
Material success.
The majority of the failures in the world are successful people. The majority of negative thinkers are so-called, because once you have that kind of success which you take as a material thing, then you have insecurities with it. You're always insecure, because what is next? The politicians, you cannot call them successful, because they are the most insecure people on the earth. You have power, but the security isn't there. So the success has nothing to do with your material thing, because this Rhonda Bryan has written from a US angle. For them, the spiritualism is also success related to money, material. So you need a car, so you imagine this thing, because that's what's in the secret. So you imagine the steering in your hand, and then you have a car, you have a bungalow. But in India, we see success as a spiritual growth, as a peace of mind, as more of a loving and very peaceful, a very friendly, a very service oriented, a very helpful, and who lives with his complete community. He creates a commune, not community but commune, the total oneness. He lives with that. That is what is success. Material will come. That is a part of the life, because you are working towards it, because that's a necessity and you need it, so you are working for it. So that success, that kind of success will come to you, because you are so much into it, so much positive. So everything you see as yes, it's there, and it comes to you. Because we are the people, we create God in front of us. We get the God. It doesn't happen in any other country in the world. हम सोचते हैं वो सामने रहता है. That's the
That
power.
I should be satisfied. Whatever I have, that is satisfied.
Not necessary.
That means no desire. What I have,
No, you
I am
should
happy in that.
No, you should have desire. Why shouldn't you have desire?
No. for aiming more and more and more.
You have
What at present what I am having it, that is
fine.
satisfied.
That is satisfying, but it's not that you don't aim for more. You have to aim.
Stop your development.
Huh?
If you are
Because
saying
your
that
growth.
whatever I am having, I am satisfied, then
You stop because you have to have more. आपको रुकना नहीं है, आपको अटकना नहीं वहाँ पे. You don't have to get stuck कि today you have say big bungalow, tomorrow you are looking for a much bigger bungalow and you are working hard for it. But if you don't get the bungalow, you are still okay. If you get the bungalow, you are still okay. So it doesn't change your attitude. You are always positive and you are balanced.
No, I need to say you have to be happy in what you have.
In what you have, in what is.
What is what
Because what you have is something which is very material. But what is this situation. I am in this situation like this, and so the growth is human's nature. That's the growth, because we are different than other animals, because we have all the five senses and we can think in much larger sense, and we have a sense of achievement, and that we can do it, and that we can do it, that is affirmative, and that is what we accept the life as a challenge. Other animals don't accept the life as a challenge. They eat and sleep, that's all, because we want to get something, we want to grow, we want to expand, and that is a human nature.
Coming back to your real question you started, is a positive thinker always successful?
Sorry?
Is a positive thinker you had asked, is he always successful?
Is he always successful?
Best.
And he is not always successful, but the failures don't stop him. He keeps on thinking positively. In the long run, he is always successful. He may have temporary.
But then success is not compared with the material. He is happy. Your success is happiness. At the end of the
positive
day,
thinker is always happy, so he is always successful.
because if you are happy, then you will be loving.
Santosh is always.
Santosh is always
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you are happy, you will be more loving. If you are loving, you are ultimate, because that is what the highest consciousness wants you to be in complete love with the complete universe as one. So that is what the consciousness is looking for, and that is what we are always searching for, because what are we looking for is always happiness. And why do we want happiness? Why do we want happiness?
State of mind everybody yearns for.
Sorry?
Ultimate state of mind that we yearn for at all times.
That is your nature. The loving is your nature. To live as love, to live fully. You are complete. Because I do not believe in one thing, that you are incomplete and you have to complete yourself by filling up the gaps with something, because you are complete. You are complete as love. You are pura prem bhav ka, you are a swarup. So what we are searching for happiness, because we are searching for love. What do you want in life besides love? Positive thinker will have best possible result in whatever condition he is, and that is what is success. The best possible result he can get from the condition he is into, and that is what is positive thinker. We'll take an example. One example. One person, he loses his job. Now he loses his job. What will he do? Because his boss fired him, whatever reason it is, now he is not getting another job. He is always complaining, he is always cribbing, he is always talking negative about his boss. His boss has done so and so, and everybody played politics in the office, and he was kicked out, and he kept on telling everybody that this is what his situation is, and this is how today he's not having a job, and he's saying that there was a problem not within him, not in the situation, but there was a problem with the boss. So he's saying in that way. Now wherever he's going, he's talking to everybody, he's telling about his boss is not a nice guy, and he's going to ruin the company, and everybody is unhappy in the company because he is not happy, he wasn't happy because he's been kicked out of the company, whatever the reason was. End of the day, he was unhappy and he was talking to everybody. Suddenly he realized one thing. Now it's been 6 months and he's not getting another job. So he's getting more and more depressed and he's cursing more and more to his boss. Somebody told him that think positive. Now at this moment it is very difficult to start thinking in a positive way because he doesn't see any fault in him. He doesn't see any fault in the situation. He only sees fault in the people around in his company, ex-company and ex-boss, and they treated him very shabbily and he was kicked out of the company, and today because of them he is a jobless. Somebody explained him that you think positive and see the result, how it will work for you instead of you. So whatever the boss has done, he is done. You are carrying the boss all the time on your head. He is always with you. He is gone, he is enjoying, he is still holding his position over there and he is perfectly okay. He is having that pay and he is also happy that he kicked this guy out of the company. This guy understood something and he started thinking positive, and he thought that yes, there must be something better, because this friend explained him, there must be something better for you, that's why today you are out over here. And you are not getting job because of the way you are thinking. But if you start thinking differently, you will definitely get a job. And he thought over it, he replaced his thought with the better thoughts, and he convinced himself that yes, there must be something much better which is waiting for me. Now he started meeting anybody he meets, he said, nice, my boss kicked me out, because definitely there should be something better. He started thinking in a different way, a very positive way. I'm giving you this example because you could think differently, how we can think differently. And he started thinking in a very different pattern. He left that old pattern of thoughts and he created new pattern of thoughts where he saw boss as a blessing now. Boss as an opportunity, because if he would have been there, he would have been the same place, same situation, same pay, everything. So maybe there is something which is much bigger and larger waiting for him. And he started thinking in that way. And he came across a friend and he told that, he said, I am jobless and I am looking for a job. And said, how did you lose your job? You had a wonderful job. He said, this is the situation and I think there is something which is much bigger. And the friend got impressed the way he talked. And he said, after going through so much, he is so confident and he is not talking bad about his boss. So he went and told his boss that I met a friend, he is looking for a job. And I was really impressed because he was talking like this. And he said, such kind of people our company needs. And he was appointed in the company, his friend's company, and he got another job. Maybe the pay, whatever, less or higher. But he got the job where he felt good now. He was very thankful to everybody. His attitude of life changed, and always wherever he met anybody, and he said, thank you, thank you, thank you. See, the life changes when the thought pattern changes, and everything started working towards it. Now what do you learn from this story? Then how do you compare this story with your life? It's not only job, but you can see the job can be anything. You can be a kitchen manager, you can be a teacher, you can be a businessman. Situation comes where I do not need you. So am I a bad man? Like suppose he is a businessman and I'm buying, every day I'm buying something from you, and today I say no, I don't like your product anymore because there is somebody who is giving me at much cheaper rate, and so I don't like you, you are no more, you are no good. How you will handle that situation? As a positive thinker, how you will handle the situation? I'm hurting you. Now, you know that this guy has told me I'm bad, my product is bad, I'm expensive, and I don't know, I do not need you anymore. How you will handle this thought in your mind? as a businessman?
First, I will have the hurt from that emotion that he is not buying from me and he is refusing me.
You'll get hurt.
Hurt.
That is obvious.
The second point, I will try to convince him then.
Okay. That how you are more expensive.
I will try to convince him.
I might think that if he is getting the similar product at a lesser price, then am I going wrong? And maybe because of my high price, I am missing even more clients. And I'll find a way of reducing my price so that maybe other clients which are still not coming to because of my high price, now I might in fact increase my clientele. If I try to find out how the other company can afford a lower price.
Maybe
I am going wrong somewhere in my costing.
As a positive thinker, I will think, एक दरवाजा बंद है तो 10 खुल जाते हैं.
तो आप पहले क्यों नहीं सोचे? दरवाजे तो पहले से 10 थे, आप पहले क्यों नहीं सोचे? क्यों जब किसी ने दरवाजा आपके मुंह पे बंद किया तभी आपको लगा कि मैं और 10 दरवाजे खोलने हैं?
You said as a positive thinker, everything happens for the best. As
every problem you take it as a blessing. When he refused, I will not take it. That time the thinking starts for the better.
You will not dwell on that thought.
Yeah.
Maybe that time you may get hurt. You see, okay, this is the situation. He doesn't want it. So first thing, you will not hate that person. Once you see as a blessing what you say, as you said, you will not hate that person. It's wonderful. If you're not buying from me, you're buying from somebody else, and you'll bless him. You'll try for more opportunities because you won't stay with that emotion forever. You don't want to dwell in that emotion. Oh, I'm mad because I'm expensive and this guy has rejected me. Maybe I'm expensive because there is something more to my product which he doesn't know, or maybe there is something where my costing has gone wrong. It can be anything. So you will work again on your this thing, and as he shared that you will work and get more doors knocking. You'll knock more doors and get the business. Let's take another example. This is a very, very beautiful example, and it is a very common example, and this is where most of the people think negative and they feel rejected. You are a negative thinker, you think very negative, and you always have complaint. You are not happy about anything in life. You are not happy about this lady, you are not happy about this. You are just complain about everything. You are not happy about your the dudwala, you are not happy about your bai, you are not happy about your children's attitude, you are not happy about your husband's behavior. Everywhere you feel that there is some problem. There may be a problem, there may not be a problem, but you feel that there is some problem everywhere. But this is a very general, it's a very normal thing in today's Bombay life, and especially with the ladies, because they go through a depression. Most depressed people are today ladies, because men are engaged in so many things. So, and she lives in one box where she's dealing with same people every day, and she thinks like that. So, what will happen to you when you complain? Then you meet a friend, you go to a kitty party, you are enjoying kitty party, but again you are complaining over there. What will happen after some time? Will your friends like you?
They will ignore.
They will ignore you. They will not talk to you. They will not talk to you. They will ignore you. Now, after maybe few years, maybe 1 or 2 years, will you have any friends around you?
No, none will.
It's
They say
not.
birds of a feather flock together. You'll find somebody who also keeps on complaining. Both will share their complaints to each other.
Yeah, but then it becomes a very small world. Because now you are more comfortable, because she also has complained, she also has complained, and both are sitting and complaining. Then you will have complaint with the same people also.
They often normally get Bhagwan Mani Sasu Vate Bane. Very common.
So what will happen after that? Suppose you are staying in one society, in one housing society, and the same example, and Whomever you meet, you are complaining. You are not happy about every house, every lady, every child in the building. If child is playing cricket downstairs, you have a problem. There are a lot of people like
Some
this.
people are like that.
Now what happens to such kind of people? Nobody talks to them.
They shun by
Huh.
everyone.
And they just look as if they are busy and they haven't noticed her, and they just walk by. After some time, what will happen? Will you be comfortable staying in the same colony? In the same office? Like I'm taking example as a colony.
You'll be isolated.
You'll be isolated. Now what you'll do? You have to leave your job, or you have to leave that society and go away. Because you do not have option. Because you've been hated by everybody. Because that is what you are creating. That is what you have been creating, so you'll be hated by everybody. Now you have to sell your house and go away, or you have to sit quietly in the house depressed and crying. You have only two options. You have to change the society. Now what you will do when you change the society? Or you change the husband? Yeah, that people do that.
Change your own self.
No, what you will do? Because now you will do that, you will say that because of all these things, I had to leave that society because nobody was nice, and that is why I am moving to this society, I am moving to a better society. But